Today, I am once again talking about Tamon's B-side. The season just ended like a few days ago. Very sad. But we're talking about Tamon's B-side because it just does fangirling so right. It gives fangirls, fanboys, fanthems a good name. And honestly, Tamon's B-side gives any passionate fan positive representation, especially when there's a lot of negative depictions and representation of passionate stans, fans, everybody under that umbrella. Like literally, the deranged, toxic fans have held the narrative way too long. And the soft, wholesome folks, the good people deserve better. And according to this clipboard, it's an official clipboard. Mind you, official. I don't know how I'm going to hold this mic and my clipboard at the same time. We'll see how this goes. But according to this clipboard, the show does positive representation in 3 ways, okay? The feels, the parasociality of it all, and the visuals. So, let's talk about it. And also, yes, this show has 3 sides. My metaphor has 3 sides. My video topic, whatever, has 3 points. So my metaphor of choice today is going to be the triangle. Yes, you can stop worrying. No Pythagorean theorem or Bill Cipher will be used in this video. Side A, the feels. The show really balances Utage's dedication and the way that she's like sincere and heartfelt, because one of the important factors of being a fan is just like how you feel about them, what they mean to you, what they represent. And she has this like wholehearted love within like her dedication isn't just like this like basic obsession. She genuinely and wholeheartedly loves Tamon and Face overall, but like her Oshi, right? And the show does acknowledge that crazy fans do exist. Green Boy Kato, like he's mentioned, like some of his people are quite passionate subsection of the community. So like it doesn't shy away from acknowledging it, but we don't get like that's not the focus of the show. So like we don't see into that too much at the moment. But I really do appreciate that like in this feeling section of it all, that they don't trivialize our feelings or her feelings. I say that to say like humor is really important in this show and making it like a really great show. And I love the fact that the show is laughing with me and not at me, right? They're not making fun of fangirls. We can all laugh together, and I think that's honestly like the mark of really, really great comedy. Side B, the parasociality of it all. I made that word up, but you get what I mean. And it's really important for doing fangirls and standing right, because the line is drawn. We see so much about like the One Direction airport hacking of 2015 or 2014 or whatever. Like toxic fans cross the line all the time. And that's kind of quote unquote easy to do when there's like, especially now with like parasocial and like social media, and like you can really get to know people, social celebrities that you couldn't do that back in like the 90s and early 2000s. But they draw the line here in this show. She's like, I'm just his housekeeper, nothing more, nothing less. We cannot be friends. Like there's a code, right? And sorry to be that girl to bring up BTS, but like that's one of the things that I love about being an ARMY in the community is like, for the most part, like the culture is, if you see them out in private, no, you don't. Like there is a line. We respect their privacy. And I think that's a really important part of when you stan someone and when you genuinely like care for them, you respect that 1, this is their job. 2, they have a life outside of their job. You know what I mean? My job as a fan is to support, is to be there. And, so it's, I like the way that they can like delineate, is that the word I want to use? Like roles. And it really does help counter that like crazy fan narrative. We do need to know. Now, the literature does state that in almost every fanfic from here to Timbuktu, it would have included Utage, the girl, the protagonist, if she had the chance to like be the housekeeper for the like guy she was standing, she would 100,000% grab the opportunity to be his friend. And like, I just, statistically, that is how these things roll, right? But no, this show is like, Utagi is like, no, she essentially like turns down friendship level relationship with him at every step of the way. And that is refreshing. And so it also, because it's so easy to like, from I feel like a storytelling perspective, to make that be the next logical step. But no, she is too crisp in her conviction to the Church of Tamon to even consider being friends with someone as godlike as him. And then side C, visuals. Yeah. So the base of the this is like, the visuals are the base of the triangle to me, because they're the foundation. They're the backbone of like how and why the show is able to execute at such a high level, right? Because the artistic direction that they choose and like the humor just like captures the essence genuinely of like, I think, the fun of standing someone, the chaos, the thrill of it all, the pink explosions that they use. In my mind, like, it's the equivalent of keyboard smashing. I can't explain it. It just like, I love that visual so much, because I get it. And like, I appreciate that like when we're seeing all the ways that they visually show how excited she is, it just shows that like she just is excited, and it's blissful, and it's genuine, and it's sincere, and it's not like creepy, you know what I mean? And some people could feel differently about the like, you know, shrine as, you know, fan merch in her room, but like, I don't know, it's just, it feels so warm and like real, and people tend to blow like fangirls out of proportion. Even though I cannot count the number of times I've seen a man cave dedicated to like a sports team and like a whole house basement, but that's okay. Then yes, her fan room is allowed. We have reached the end of this hopefully very short video. I have no idea how to end this besides telling you and everyone else that we need season 2. I'm not gonna lie. I have nothing. It's just blank on my notes for closing, and I was hoping that I could just like riff something naturally when I got to the mic, and I'm coming up blank. So how does he do this? Paper bag hottie horror is my favorite hottie horror. So if you would like to see more paper bag hottie horror, like, comment, maybe even subscribe if you're feeling crazy. Shout out to this paper bag that I have. Peace out, Girl Scouts.